Unveiled, it's a new revolution of a movement of content creation. So I met Gio in our awakening days. It's a production company that was here in Jacksonville, Florida. And when I met this kid, he had the most amazing talent, just raw talent, that just needed to be finessed. They're an amazing powerhouse team. Their ability to create content in a breathtaking way is something that the industry is thriving for right now. In today's society, with all the crazy content and nonsense that's out there, their ability to create stories through music and cinematography and choreography is unveiling.
I haven't gotten the opportunity to, no pun intended, look behind the veil at the directors or the people who are like the parents of a project ever. But you would think you would find something off. And I know these people pretty good. I know both of them very well. I'm very blessed to have even a friendship with the two of them. So number one, seeing a husband and a wife work together is so inspiring. It makes me excited about everybody getting to watch them because I know it's inspiring a relationship, like a thought of how you could have a healthy relationship, you could create beautiful things. So that's an honor, but they're the same on set as they are off set. And that's actually quite impressive because on set, not that I know that much, but I know it's extremely high stress. They never projected stress onto the artists. So it was a very precious environment, but then knowing them as people, I fully believe in them.
Unveiled has been a part of my life for many, many years. I have had the opportunity to be a part of this amazing company, this incredible cause since the very beginning. Unveiled holds such a special place in my heart. I have been a part of a lot of Unveiled projects as a dancer, as a choreographer, as an assistant director, and even as a makeup artist. And I can tell you that Unveiled truly is unlike anything else.
Once I graduated college, I moved to Nashville, and I just felt like it was kind of time to stop dance. And I also dabbled in like the ballroom dance scene a little bit, and that was my last experience in the dance world, and it was not necessarily a good one, which was sad to end on that note. And I was not loving the people I was with, I was not loving what I was doing, and also I just moved to a new city. It just all was like, okay, I think I need to close this chapter, and also just feeling like from God, it was time to stop. Right after moving to Nashville, I stopped dance for about 5 years. And this year, 2023, is when the door opened with Unveiled. Every time I talk about it, I feel like this can't be real because of how much of a dream it is. I didn't know something like this existed, where you could actually have family with your dance community and not just like, we get along, but like people that actually want you to be yourself.
Unveiled is different from other industry experiences because you're not viewed just for your talent. You're not there just to provide this service and leave. You are actually cared for as a person. You're surrounded with people who will pour into you, who will love on you. And that's just something that is so rare in this industry. You don't find that everywhere. You are truly valued. You don't have to worry that these people won't care for you as a human being, as a person. Whenever you're doing something for Unveiled, you know that you're surrounded by people who will be there for you.
So I haven't actually done anything musical for half a decade. Not because I didn't love music, but just because I couldn't find people that I wanted to do things with. I just kind of let it I just put it down. I just let it go. And after a couple years, it was fine. I didn't miss it. I still sang in my room and had a good time and wrote some stuff, but it was so much more important to make sure that I made music with the right people, which is hindsight hero. And even before that, whenever I got to meet Melissa and Gio and see what they were doing with these projects, watching Psychosis and then going and looking at everything else they'd done, I had hope again that we could do something really precious. We could make something really special, and we could do it with people that you'd actually want to be around, but more than anything, just with people who are good, like trustworthy and good. And they have something far beyond themselves that they're trying to create. Nothing that they did came from a space of vanity. It came from a vision that I couldn't fully understand until I actually got to know them.
It's ridiculous how easy it is to be yourself around them because of how comfortable in themselves that they are. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was real. And I did not believe that this could be a company that is okay with me being a Christian. And okay with me having values and things that I didn't want to sacrifice, like my body or values for, where I've had to do that in other dance experiences. So it's a dream.
In today's society, I believe that Unveiled is important because of all the craziness of this world. When you watch one of their films, you're left with an emotion. You're left with something to talk about. Their films are inspiring, and God truly has definitely blessed Gio and Melissa with an amazing talent that should be shared.
A whole new world for me of like, yeah, I do want to dance, and it feels awesome to dance in a safe and a fun way again, but also I don't have to just stay in one lane. It feels like there's many opportunities because of how willing Melissa and Gio are to teach or to expand the family if somebody really believes in the vision and does really want to be a part and actually really wants to learn and do other things as well. So I see so many opportunities, not just for me, for anybody that's looking for this, that's literally like-minded. They want good people and they want fun, excellent, creative projects. There's so many avenues and opportunity with Unveiled.
Unveiled isn't just art. It isn't just film. It isn't just dance. It isn't just stories, all of which are incredible things that do have value and people do put worth into, but it's for a higher purpose. Unveiled truly does touch people's souls. It changes people's lives. It can change someone's outlook on life. It can bring someone who is in a dark place to hope. And I believe that that is something worth supporting.
When you watch an Unveiled production, you're left with something. You're left with emotion. You're left with a spirit that there's something bigger in this world.
Hi, I'm Gio Gote. I'm one of the founders of Unveiled Productions. Growing up in Puerto Rico was always, I have a lot of good memories. When I was young, I was a big dreamer. Dreams were always something in me. I used to watch movies and just want to mimic the movies and just, it was always in me to be creative. Growing up in Puerto Rico, I was surrounded by a lot of, drugs and gangs and just that lifestyle. I never got into it, but I was surrounded by it. And a lot of my friends were in it too. So it was part of my story. It was part of my life. What saved me was dance.
My name is Melissa Gote, and I am one of the founders of Unveiled Productions. It all started, I guess, when I was 3 years old. My parents put me in dance. Just grew up dancing in studios all the way until I was about 18 years old. I trained in ballet and jazz, tap, modern, contemporary, just all the things. I was a very sensitive child, so I just really connected with the art form, and I really just enjoyed being in classes and learning, and it was just like a safe place for me to be able to go to. So I will always be grateful for my parents for putting me in that, because I wouldn't be where I am today without them doing that for me.
Gotta thank my parents for everything they have done for me. My mom, my dad, they wanted to give me a better life, and we moved to Orlando, Florida when I was 16. And that's when I arrived at the art school where I majored in dance, which they tricked me because I didn't know they didn't do hip hop and salsa, which that was my main thing. It was all ballet and modern and jazz and tights, and I wasn't used to that.
I actually got accepted into an art school in Orlando, and that's where I met my husband now, Gio. It's where I got to major in dance, and I got to like really embrace the art form even more, just on a professional level.
We started dating, and we started dreaming. And that was the first time I could be like someone else dreaming with me.
A lot of those conversations were actually about Unveiled, but we did not know that it was Unveiled. We didn't even know what it would look like, but we would start creating dance films, and we would listen to music, and we would be like, oh, I see this here, and we can choreograph this, and then we can put this together. And
we will stay hours just creating these we just call these epic dance films in our heads. We had no camera, we didn't know when to start, how to start. It was just dreaming. We didn't have the money. I didn't really have the knowledge either, and it was just dreams, But from there, those dreams became reality little by little. I went to school for multimedia design. I got my bachelor's degree, and I started moving towards the film more.
We just kind of started our life. We began managing a dance studio. We co-owned it. So that was fun. We had over 200 students, and we did that for about 2.5 or 3 years. And I feel like that was the beginning of us starting to understand our gift, who we were, and what we were gonna kind of do with it. Through a lot of the pain that we had gone through individually and together throughout our lives, we began to see that, wait a minute, this is also a gift. Having gone through all this that we've gone through, like, it can't just die where it's at. We have to use this, and it needs to be used to help people see that they're not alone, and that even in the midst of pain, God's there with them. And we really just wanted to bring hope to people. So we were like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna take the film, we're gonna take dance, we're gonna take every gift that God's given us, even the hard ones, even parts of our story and other people's story around us. And we were like, we're gonna storytell, and we're gonna meet people where they are, and we're gonna allow God to use that.
Our films are very grounded, they're very real. We try to bring as much honesty as possible into our films, but they are connected to God.
So when we started, we named it Unveiled Dance Productions, because we really thought, okay, this is our dance company. And then the more that time went on, we really understood, wait a minute, this is even bigger than that. We're bringing multiple arts and bringing them together to create something that transforms people's lives. So some of the plans that we see for the future are to eventually have a location, just like a hub where all these artists can go to from all over the world, to be able to come to Nashville and to really be able to just plug into what we're doing here. Just to be able to have a rehearsal space, have a spot where artists can come and rehearse their music, dance, whatever it is that they need. And then we also see us going on a tour eventually, having all of our dancers and all of these artists just going together and touring to different places and performing and creating a show that just impacts the world around us. And not only that, just having a connection, like creating a family, creating a place where all these artists get to connect and just be in community.
Another thing, that we want to do is retreats every year, maybe twice a year, counseling, that we can mentor people, that we can guide people, just to help heal these artists that have been through so much, that are on the go, that are on the hustle mode, that don't know how to stop, that they can stop and feel loved, feel appreciated, and feel the love of God within a community.
Currently, I'm studying psychology at Southeastern University, and I am planning on using that for our retreats and for conferences, and just being able to speak into people and being able to be there for them in that way, so that people are able to be whole.
And we can help them be equipped to be the light in this dark world. There's creativity in us that I know that's not meant for us, that we need to unleash. It's so hard to sum up our testimony and the people that were very impactful in our lives. These are people that really poured into us and really believed in us and really gave us the opportunity that we could grow, and we wouldn't be who we are today without having them in our life. It's very pivotal, to have these people in our lives, and people that are listening to this. Surround yourself by great people. Surround yourself with people that are better than you. Surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you, that are, sometimes your dream might be too big for your circle. You need people that you got to say your crazy dream and you're like, you know what, I'm going to back that up. Yeah, I believe in you. And all those people did. We are who we are because of those key people in our life. Unveiled's bigger than us. Unveiled's bigger than my wife and me. We know we're not going to see the best of it. We're going to pass this baton. And it's going to keep growing. It's going to outgrow us. Outgrow the vision that we think now. I'm saying this. I don't know. It could be bigger. But we can't do it alone. And we need a few so we can move this forward. Because I truly know that this mission is to save the lives that are not being yet touched.